Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Linda K. Edwards with New Me, New You. We help to educate, enrich, empower, and inspire. We focus on personal and business development by giving them resources, information. We do outreach. We also do spiritual enrichment, and we facilitate in person and virtual events. Tonight, the topic is about regrets shoulda, coulda, woulda. So, with that said, before we start, I always start out with a prayer. Father God, we thank you for this wonderful day that you've given us. And we ask you that whatever we do today, that it resonates within each and every person that is watching this live, that it helps them in some sort of way, or if they can help to take them and navigate them into what they need to do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen and amen.
Amen.
So here it is. I have these two lovely women with me today to talk about this wonderful topic about regrets. And if you would like to tell your name, Brittany
Hi, my name is Brittany.
and
Hi,
Shoulda.
my name is Shoba.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today for us to discuss this wonderful topic. So I picked this topic because it's something that people actually go through on a daily basis. They sit back and regret about things that they could have done before, right? I know I have a few. I mean, I actually have a list of stuff. But I mean, I'll start first with mine because I want everybody to feel comfortable. You don't have to share anything you don't want to share, but feel free. This is a very comfortable platform. Okay. So, one of my regrets, I think, is that if I would have spent more time with my mother when my father passed away. I was young and I felt that I had my freedom and I wanted to stay, with my freedom being out the house. But she really needed me at that time. And I kind of understood, but I also was a little selfish because I was thinking about me and wanting to be out and free. Okay, that's deep, and I'm willing to put my regret down on the table. Here I was about 18 and a half years old and just learning to be out of the house, learning to, just live on my own and do things for myself. So I was just like not willing to sacrifice coming back home. And it wasn't about my father because I was visiting and doing things with him, and I got to be at peace with being able to, have time with him before he passed. But at the same time, I feel like for my mom, now what I know now, as that she needed me for the support. And I wasn't thinking of it that way. I was thinking of it as lockdown again, and forgive me for saying that, but it's the truth. So those are one of my regrets. So if there's anyone that wants to share something that they regret.
Well, I would start by saying financial literacy.
Oh,
Like coming out of high school and just like going into getting a credit card and not knowing how to actually really use a credit card and how it could later on and throughout my life really affect most of the things that I really want to do. And honestly, if they had that type of classes or things that I could, read up on or whatever, or if I'm going to take my own accountability, if I did my own due diligence and did my own research for the internet that I did have at the time, I would have been able to say, Brittany, everything does not need to be materialistic. It doesn't need to be, you need this now. You
mm,
need this nice shoe. You need this nice purse. You need this new wig or new this. And, it stems deep. It stems from, having Caribbean parents and, you never really have much and she always have to have, a bill to pay or, something to do. So you never really have the nice clothes and the nice shoes. So when you do get a job and you don't have financial literacy, it's like you get into this habit of, I want this, I want that, I got this, I got that. And you at this time of my age, at this point, I really do regret that. Like, just being financially responsible. Because I would have been so much better off than what I am now. And I'm not going to say I'm not well off now. I'm breathing, I'm alive. God has me here today. And, I'm well enough to know that I'm okay. But if I did have the tools and the knowledge that I have now, man, they wouldn't see it. Nobody would see it coming.
All right.
Really.
Well, I thank you for sharing that. And I think that's for most of us that have that same regret. Because I know definitely for myself, when I thought that everything was name brand, I wanted it. I don't care how much it costs. But then as life went on and I understood more, I was like, oh no, Target, here I come. You know what I mean? And it was the same type of pants or shirt or whatever it is that I was looking for then. It was the same, but just a little less. So I learned how to value money more over the years. So I get it. Shoba, is there anything you would like to share with us?
Thank you, ladies. That was amazing because both I've shared similar situations. Yours, Linda, and uh
Yeah.
I mean, I have a list of regrets.
Oh,
I'm glad you guys shared yours. It's definitely coincides with
yeah.
regrets as well. Um, let's see if I can pick a different one. So I told Linda about this. I lost my now 2 years ago. I think my biggest regrets was I never lose him so fast. I wish I had said different things to him that he would leave me. I had plans with him or doing things get the chance those things. I wish I traveled with him more. So the regrets that I have, I still talk to him every day. So I think I'm crazy when I'm driving. I hope they think I'm on my Bluetooth, but I'm having conversations with my brother. And it's a one regret, and two is also I'm working on this one. Taking good care of my health when I was younger. Um, just it's now. So it's a big one. I'm working trying to be more consistent with what I'm trying to eat, whether healthy foods. Where like Brittany, I didn't have financial literacy. I don't know why we don't learn it, but the same way, it's not just Caribbean parents, Indian
Mhm.
parents, and I think they somehow teaches us, oh, if we don't have the Louis purse, so we don't have the BMW, we're not good enough. But you know what? It's not the labels because a Kia car or still drives. It takes us to the point to get to, and it's trying to like a society just to compete with each other. When in all reality, does my access or my mansion matter if I'm a heart attack? It really doesn't matter. It's my health. Like I have to really take care of my health. And we as a society stop comparing ourselves, trying to one up everyone and not like meet each other where we're at. And not to say that the materialistic things aren't extra shopping therapy makes me feel so good. but 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 I think after we've saved had that plus in the bank account, then yeah, that's a different story. But when I'm like college and doing the same thing you did, Brittany, just shopping away or eating fast food. Love going out with my friends, and that's how I'm spending time. I'm not thinking, okay, I'm not having savings, and here I am eating all my fried foods, all the sweet foods, all my like donuts, and it's eventually going to catch up to me. It is so it's a huge regret, but I'm working. I trying to it.
No, listen, first of all, I commend you for sharing that because listen, it's not easy telling people, especially people you don't know, about how you feel about certain things, right? So that this platform, that's what it's for. What I was gonna say too, also, Shoba, I don't know, are you on your phone? Hello,
I
Shoba?
hear you.
No, you keep freezing up, baby. Hello?
I think my Wi in the house has been doing that I don't know for a while in the
Oh,
past.
okay. No, 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 no. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. Like, I want to make sure that it
No,
wasn't.
it was
Okay. No, that's okay because I love what you said, but it kept stopping on you. So that's why I was like, oh man. I was waiting. I didn't want to interrupt what you were saying. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure it's not me doing it on my end. Okay. All right. So no, that's something that is difficult for all of us as far as the financial literacy, as far as, regrets of not spending more time with someone, regrets of not saying something to someone, because sometimes people communication to say what's on their mind to someone else, as whether in your emotional status, it's like, if I say that, I don't want to trigger anything, or I don't want to do something wrong or make them feel some type of way. But guess what? Sometimes it helps when you say something, because that person probably wanted you to say it, or they wanted to give them an opening to say something. You know what I mean? So I know that it's definitely not easy sharing something intimate with someone, because they're either going to criticize it, try to critique it, and then at that moment, sometimes you don't need that. It's like, listen, just shut up and listen. That's what I need. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, as far as regrets and stuff like that, what is something that you could have done that you think of? Like, I know it's still a regret, but like, or you wouldn't have done.
Hmm. I would say I allowed a lot of people to just get by on the little things. Because, again, not to bring it back to having Caribbean parents or even a parent at all that come from another country, because it's always different when, you have a person that comes from another country and someone that is a parent in the US. It's a different customary. They parent differently. So, in that, by me saying, in that say, I would say they would have this thing where you would always think about the little things when it comes to your parents. Always the little things, because you never really had enough. You never had enough to think about enough. So you always think about the little things. And that's the things that you carry into your relationships with people and your dating life. You carry this thought that you should settle for the little things.
Mm,
And something that I would change would be me accepting and settling for just the little things, knowing that I am worth so much more
mm,
than just the little things, knowing that I should be so much more than being sitting back and just accepting and having people just do just the bare minimum. That is something that I could change, is just learning my worth and what I should be accepting in life. Because honestly, when you think about it, all the things that people do to you is all the things that you've probably have gotten done to you by your parents, by your family members, by, people that have a guardianship over you. You've accepted all of these things from these people. So when you go out into the world, you don't really have the tools you need to differentiate who is good for you in life, for where you're not just accepting the little things. They're showing you that they're more, and there's more to life. And honestly, for me at 24 years old, I've turned into this person where I don't just shut up. There's no more just sitting back and accepting just the little and the bare minimum. There's no more, oh, it's okay. It's no more of that. It's just, it's either it's going to be something more in life, it's going to be beneficial to me in life, it's going to make me a better person in life, or it's just nothing. No more little things.
mm. That's a powerful one.
Hmm.
I just spoke to Tanisha actually about this. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So for you to say this is like, wow. But that was powerful. Very powerful. That you left me speechless, because we just spoke about this yesterday. But Shoba? Anything that you
Oh, yeah, so our Indian culture, we're taught to respect everyone, and but there's set boundaries never learned in my family. We never learned how to, because we overly ourselves, we always is a huge thing for us. But what I learned in the real world out there, I hope you can hear me. Internet saying it's unstable, but it I've realized I've been a victim of sexual assault. I have not learned that time to speak up and tell the right people, know who to tell, because even if you tell my family or you tell police or you tell cops, they don't really immediately respond right away. Well, not in my experience. And because I was, you respect and just kind of like shush about it, it's really taken a toll on me. If I knew the effects of it on me today when I was young, could have could spoke up much stronger when I was younger, but I'm not going to beat myself up for it anymore. Now, just like you, Brittany, I don't shush anymore. If anyone comes within my vicinity and tries something, whether it's touching my back or shaking my hands, I now say I prefer not to shake your hand. I'm learning to put up my boundaries, because if I don't do, it's sad and unfortunate, still have to teach people how to respect us,
right?
because I mean, yes, we're all from different background experiences, but there are some that just don't understand. Hey, touching a person's breasts or not allowed. I mean, I don't understand why they don't know how to ask first, why it's not taught. I One thing I could have done younger, and I'm in it now. I don't anymore. I'm learning to stop, and it's sad because a lot of them go through it on an everyday basis. It's a world.
First of all, Shoba, I am so sorry that it was so unfortunate for you to have to experience that. And I'm sorry that you did. I wish that there was something that I could say that would comfort you. Because that's something that I have experienced, but in a no, whatever way it has happened, it wasn't right. Um, that's what learned taught me to be kind of the person I am now, where I am very outspoken. And it took a long time to get here. It's not gonna
Hmm.
be overnight, because you have a sense of, did I have anything to do with that? Or was it my fault? Like, what did I do that made this person think that they could do this? And no, you didn't do anything wrong. You have great
Yeah.
values and you were brought up and raised right. So the thing is that it was definitely the person's sick mind and whatever else that they might have encountered in their life that they unfortunately had to bring it over to you and affect you, and now have bruised you to the point where you feel shut down. But I'm here to tell you, as a friend and as a sister, that I definitely commend you for bringing it to our attention, and thank you for feeling comfortable enough to bring it to us. It saddens me, but at the same time, when I look at you to see the strong woman that you are, and for you to stand or sit here and tell us this, I just want to hug you right now,
Huge
because
hugs to both of you.
I wasn't
I
expecting that. And
Because it
I'm,
happens too often, like it does, and why are we scared to share it? Why?
yeah,
Mhm.
Why? And I know why now, because in my culture they always blame the women. It's either what
Yep.
we wear, or oh,
Yep.
we were in the wrong place at the wrong
Are
time.
you
Oh,
being
you
too
know they were
fat?
drinking. They were drinking, so why'd you go stand there and drink with them? Like it's your fault. It's always the girl's fault. So
right.
that's why now I don't stop to talk about it. Now I bring it up because I don't want it to happen to anybody else.
No,
I don't want it to happen to my 13-year-old niece. She has a world, the same world that I was brought up in, she's gonna be raised in. And at that age, I'm scared for her.
yeah, yeah.
Ladies,
That's
I'm
an
very comfortable
impressionable
now,
age.
especially yeah,
It is.
yeah. And it's
Mm.
It's sad. So people, I just want more and more women and men, because guess what? It's 1 in 3
Yeah,
girls and
men
one
as
in
well.
5 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want it to be a epidemic where we can't, or we're scared to talk about it, or we're
Right.
not going to be believed, or that it becomes sickness that people just get away with it naturally and no one does anything about it. You
Right.
know, it
And
just,
if you don't mind me interjecting, but
yes,
really need to like get into healthcare, like people actually going to seek out therapy, because that is something that is not really talked about within our community as a
Right.
whole. People do not seek therapy, they do not try to get help for, their type of thoughts. Like some people, they just go through life thinking that, oh, okay, I can just push it back, I can push it
No.
back, I can push it back, but
Mm.
don't seek any type of help. So it becomes a thing where it's a cycle of, it passes down. Hurt people.
Mm.
And
mm-hmm,
that is something that is very common. If you hurt someone, it's a guaranteed fact that that person might hurt someone else
yeah,
because of what you've done to them. And because people don't seek help, they don't want to go to therapy. They think that if they do go to therapy, then, oh, I might be crazy. You're not
mm-mm,
crazy that you want
Mm.
no,
help. You're human. And
Mm.
if more people get into seeking out a psychiatrist, talking about what you're feeling, how things are making you feel, then maybe the type of things that, us ladies go through, it wouldn't happen. People are just going through life with demons on their backs right now because
Absolutely.
they don't have no
And
type
it's
of
just rolling into one to the next to the next,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
it's just a recurring cycle. But I didn't mean to cut you off, Brittany.
Oh, you good.
Excuse me. I'm so
You are
sorry.
good.
But no, you had a alarm come up. And you know how you have to say it at that moment. So I'm saying here,
Yeah.
but
It was like,
yeah, right. There was a little bell like, say it.
mm-hmm.
We, like you said, as a culture, as anybody, because it's in every culture. It's just that this is the thing that used to really tickle my fancy growing up. Whatever happens in the house stays in the house. That is a
yes,
no-no. Absolutely not.
I hated that one.
What? This is what occurs. Angry and hurt people, because you can't voice your opinion. You can't say what's on your mind. You can't tell them what happened to you. Just shut up and go somewhere and sit down. No, no more of that. We need to
mm-hmm,
open up more and tell what's going on. Look at these people that you see, like that are Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and now P. Diddy and whoever else that's gonna come out.
Trump.
Trump.
Trump, our future leader,
The
is
thing
is if he gets elected again, he's basically showing all the men it's
that it's
okay.
okay to do what you're doing, right? Misogynistic. Okay, so this is the things that get me, is that this country, and I don't care if whoever wants to watch it, this is your business. You want to share it,
That's
share it.
you.
This is what I'm gonna say.
You don't watch
Okay,
it
you
on
ready?
your own recognizance.
I am so tired of them showing and not leading by example, that all these things that this man is doing, and you're still allowing him or anyone else for that matter to run for something so important as presidency, then you're
Thank
Miss
sick.
you.
Tell
Linda,
why you're
I'm just
sick.
trying to understand how we still got only two runners. Why we only have two?
Listen, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you this, and now we're getting into it, buddy. Here it goes. Okay, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Here it goes. Part one, two, and three. Okay, this is
This
the
is
thing.
juicy.
No, no, I
Mm,
tell you not, because you have to set an example. What you're showing our youth or people in general is that it's okay to molest people. It's okay
Yes.
to be disrespectful. It's okay to be a thief. It's okay to do whatever the heck you want. You can run for president. How the heck do you do that? Who does that? Our country.
mm,
Our country.
mhm.
Outside of our country, and I'm not talking, I love our country, but at the same time, you cause some of your own trauma, okay? By telling all these terrorists how to attack us. They probably not even thinking about how they're gonna attack us. But then you talk about, well, they can always do it through our water supply. Duh, you giving them ideas to hurt you.
Mhm.
Instead of saying, you know what, let's pray for our nation. Let's
Mm-hmm.
pray for those that are hurting. Let's pray for those that are starving, that are going through adversities. Let's see how we can help them to be better and for us all to be better for each other. Instead, they think that, oh, it's so wonderful to be here and being with this one, out here. You're paying people, Stormy Daniels and John Payne Hang and whoever else that's out there, and letting everybody think this is okay. And every time he goes to trial, he gets off. That's what money does for you. But at the end of the day, that's why they say money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could either use it for good or use it for bad. And majority of people use it for bad. Even people who are rich and have money, they're never at peace, if you notice. Okay? The poorest person that only has a dime in their pocket is happier than the one that is rich. Trust and believe. They go to sleep way, way better than a person who's paying for $5,000 suites.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go there.
Okay.
Truth.
This is why I have these platforms, because they get juicy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I like
Okay.
when people have something to say and then we can sit down and try to figure out what's going on. What's going on now? Well,
Uh-huh.
we know this is a spiritual warfare. We already know that these are things that are what was already said and written. So these are things that are not new to me, not new to Shoulda, not to you, new to you, because we already know these things. But it's the things that we could do right now as a person, as a people, because you got to look out for your own spirit before you get help somebody else's spirit. You
Okay.
gotta pray for yours first to keep all the negative energy away from you. Then ask for God's grace and favor and mercy to do it for somebody else, right? So it's just wow. That's all I can say right now is wow. You know?
Listen, Miss Linda, I would
Yeah.
just say New York specifically, we're definitely in in a warfare because honestly, we're not gonna be able to wake up no time soon. The
Mm,
way that they have this little cycle, and I always say this to everybody that I speak to,
mhm,
New York is an ant farm.
mm,
Saying an ant farm in another terms, you wake up, you work, you come home, you sleep, you get up, you work, you come
right,
home, you sleep, and repeat.
right.
And it's like you never have time to say, let me go to the polls. Let me go out, let me go and vote. Let me go and see who's the new person in Congress. Let's see how we can better our economy. No, everybody is living paycheck to paycheck here.
Mhm.
Everybody, I would definitely bet my money that everybody in New York has a shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah,
Because you know
I
what?
bet. They should all be on this platform.
Yes, ma'am. Because at
Mhm,
some point you wake up and you say, when is it enough? How
mhm,
many times am I gonna wake up and work, go home, sleep, wake up, get up, go home, sleep, and do the same thing as like you're in a hamster wheel? And I'm gonna go right back to what you said earlier today with the hamster wheel when you're stagnant, when you're right in just this one place. That is every single person in New York. If you
mhm,
are not rich, you are not living right when you're in New York. There's no longer a middle class. There's you're poor
mhm.
or you're rich
Well, you're rich. There's no middle in between, right?
when it comes to New York. And when it comes to you sitting there and thinking that you got money, you don't got nothing. Taxes is taxing you on taxes.
Mm,
And one thing that I always say to my young people, because I'm only 24, again, I will repeat that. But what I say to my young people, put some money aside to become an entrepreneur, find something that you want to do in life. Get out of this cycle where you wake up and think when you get 18 that you're gonna go out and you're gonna go get a job and you're gonna go work a 9 to 5 and you're gonna go and have to go and submit to taxes and this tax and that tax and you won't never see back the amount of money they take back. Then when you get your refund back, they still go ahead and tax that same tax refund that you just got back. So
mm,
I just want all my young people to just wake up and see that it's so much more to life than to sit there and work a 9 to 5. Become an entrepreneur, get your own business, get an LLC, do something more, get more connected to God, and become just better people, because working a 9 to 5 is not where you need to be when it comes to bettering yourself in life. In this
Right.
day and age, if you don't have the the tools that you need, you're not going nowhere. And living in New York, if you don't become an entrepreneur, you're gonna be the same number. You're gonna be 665 260. You're
Wow.
gonna be working that 9 to 5 just like everybody else here, becoming that same sheep, because you're not having nothing for yourself. So all my young people need to wake up. They need to get into this whole doing the research thing, just like how you do a review for a wig, just
Right.
like how you do a review for some makeup or a clothing line.
Right.
Go some reviews on how you could become an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Because when you clocking in, they over there, they just counting another dollar in their condo and a nice Lamborghini and a
Mm.
nice house when their kids are set up and financially wealthy and generational wealth. Wake up. No more shoulda couldas. We gotta wake up and get in tune to a different type of cycle, because the cycle that they think is spinning and is gonna continue to keep working, we already breaking out of that. They
Right.
already feeling that. So back to you, Miss Linda.
No, you said some really, really solid stuff right there. I mean, my goodness, wow, Brittany, I'm telling you, I'm so glad you're on this platform. Yeah, I mean, she
Oh,
shook a tail feather right there.
she did.
Um,
Cause
no, because
she's right. Cause you think
yeah,
about it, you got to work what minimum 9 to 5 is 8 hours, right? How long you
right,
got to get ready? 1 hour to get ready in the morning, minimum. An hour to get
yeah,
unwind when you get back from work. So there's your 10-hour day span, right? 10 hours
14,
shot
but
from the
good.
day. How many hours do you need to sleep? Minimum 6 hours. That's 16 hours out of your day. You
Mhm.
tell me in that how 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 8 hours left. You gotta at least try to exercise, eat your lunch, eat dinner, make your lunch or dinner and breakfast for the next week or for the next few days. There's 12 hours. Even if you did own a
Sarah, are you there?
It's hard.
You look really nice, frozen, but are you still there? She looks beautiful, but hello, come back to us, Shoba.
she's she's frozen.
Oh no. All
I
right.
think.
I think she's gonna come back on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some really great
Yeah.
valid points. That's why it's up to us, like I was saying, that it's lead by example. It's up to us because my mom always said those who know better do better. So it's up to us to help push those around us, our family, our friends, letting them know the resources and things that are out there for them to go to help them to become what it is they want to become, right? So that's why, again, I do this platform. I try to help in many ways that I can in the community. Is because it's important to me, because I'm not just about me. I want everyone to be afforded it, good life to build, to encourage, to inspire. That's what I fight for and do day in and day out. What and even in the job, I mean, I try, even though I know what we do is what we do, in the public health field, but at the end of the day, we still take the time to actually help somebody to
Right.
do something. We always do. You know what I mean? It's just even if we try not to, it's still incorporates into our day.
Right.
People step up to us all the time and ask us all kinds of questions, things
Mm,
we are not even expecting. You're like, oh, what do you
yeah.
excuse me? You're like, what happened? But you have to stay calm and give them that guidance because you don't know what they may have encountered or what they're going
Yeah.
through. So we try
Right.
to be mindful, we try to be courteous, loving, kind, compassionate, and empathetic. because
Right.
it's needed in customer service in any industry, in the public industry, in the health industry, or what have you. But I hope Shoba's coming back on. But anyway, this conversation is getting juicy. But I love the topic,
Oh yeah.
it's
Because it's really good to talk about, these things that we can actually change.
right,
And that is honestly understanding how we could make an impact as a society.
right,
uh you know just focusing on doing our own research and taking the time out to just sit there. If we're going to use our phones for Instagram and Facebook, we can look up something that would actually give us more information and further our education and how we could apply ourselves to the economy. Because honestly, having that work life mentality and not
mhm,
being able to really structure yourself within the society and plant your feet on the ground in society because you're so built up and pent up in just like you're working. You don't really have much time to say, oh, well, I have a say or I have a voice that can make an impact. Is something that we do need to work on
right,
as a group, as a
right.
collective.
As a collective, right. No,
Mhm.
so Shoba was saying that um,
Right.
she was trying to say that even if I was able to afford my own home, how am I going to even spend more than 4 hours relaxing or enjoying family time and home time? Oh, she's back. Okay, wonderful. Awesome. Okay, here she Let me see. Oh, yep. Shoba, you back.
Yeah.
Yay! Shoba's back.
Mhm, mhm.
Yay! Welcome back.
Sorry, guys. My
That's
Wi-Fi is a little cut off, shady.
that's okay. That's okay.
It's
It happens. It
okay.
happens to the best of us. Not a problem. So, Shoba, could you share? I was telling her what you said as far as 4 hours and stuff. So I would like you to say it yourself now that you're back.
Okay, so well, yeah, what Whitney was saying, I was just adding to that. I agree with her. It's you work so hard. 10 hours out of the day is shot just getting ready for work and working. You come home, you want to decompress, unwind, then you got to make dinner, lunch, breakfast for the next few days. So that's 13 hours gone. If you wanted to exercise, that's another 1 to 2 hours gone.
Mhm.
Then you just to own the house, just to enjoy family time. What is it? You only got 3 or 4 hours left. I mean, it just makes no sense.
No,
It's like
it
you
does
said,
not.
it's the hamster wheel. It just makes no sense.
We were talking about the hamster wheel at work. See,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
he's confirming everything we were talking about. I mean, it's just
mhm.
something else.
Oh
But
yeah.
who
The
would
average
do that?
age to retire in New York is 65.
No, I think
Hmm.
they upped it. Didn't they up it? I think it's
Yeah,
67 or something
it's
like that.
67 now. Oh,
I
that's
think
even
so.
worse because you could get a job at 16. You
Okay,
can also get an actual a better job at 18. So
right.
if you're telling me from 18 all the way to 65, I must work until I am eligible to retire. That is an
Oh,
issue. That
hmm,
is an issue not only for just New York, but
right.
as a whole. Because if you don't see me as an actual human being, because you're telling me I got to work for almost 50 umpteen freaking years before I'm able to say enough is enough and I'm able to relax and I'm able to enjoy whatever I prospered or the fruits that I bared,
Mm.
what's the point of living?
Oh,
And
wow.
that's why I try to, you know, gather all my young people and bring them closer to me and tell them that it's okay. Because you know what? It doesn't seem like it's going to be an end. When you have someone telling you that you're going to work up until you are 67 years old before you can enjoy
Mm,
whatever social security they taking out of you, whatever taxes they taking out of you, whatever medical or whatever they taking off of you. That's insane. And New York needs to understand that you're going to have to apply livable wages for people if you're going to up a rent, if you're going to up groceries, if you're going to up gas, all of the things that we necessarily need. You're
mm,
upping necessity for
mm.
and for the human being. That's what you're telling me. So that's for me. I just honestly, I don't feel like it's logical. I feel like that's why the system continues to keep on. It's gonna continue to keep on spinning. But guess what? They don't see that it's breaking now because the young people no longer want to work. They no longer want to go into these fields of agriculture, of things of finance, of things of business, of becoming a lawyer. Nobody wants that type of job anymore. And if they do, it's either you're going into it and coming out of it with debt. Which
So,
one would you do?
so with saying that, this is the question. Okay, we're going back to the woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Oh, yes,
What
ma'am.
would you do differently right now that what the little bit that you do know now at this age? What would you do from here on in, knowing what you know?
Just always stand up for myself
Right.
in everything. Business, personal, just stand up for me. Because I know that I deserve more.
Mm.
And I don't have to settle for anything that anyone believes that I should deserve. I know what I deserve.
Mhm. And God knows what you deserve too,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So that's a very powerful statement and answer. So, we always have to start with ourselves first for everything, right? Because if not, then again, we will not be able to pour into anybody else's cup. We will not be able to give advice. We'll never be able to navigate through anything else with anyone. So I commend you for that. Yes, always self first, but also we have to stay humbled within our spirit too, because we can get in trouble walking around with our shoulders too way back to the point where we're not seeing the blessings in front of us. And I'm sure that that's happened in our past of not knowing that. Does that make sense? I don't know if that shook you around a little bit, maybe shook your tail feather a little. No, I'm just saying, like, because sometimes, I have to say to myself, Linda, did I do that? Okay, so anywho, what would you do right now, knowing what you know now into the future?
Is that for Brittany or for me?
No, for you, Shoulda.
Okay, so yeah, just adding on to what everyone already said is, we have to make it to 65, and I'm at 47 right now, and I feel burnt out, poor crisp, because I've like through COVID, I'm in the hospital, through my brother passing away. How pregnant women do it because they give you what maternity leave for what maybe if you're lucky, a
Right.
month,
Yeah.
newborn child. You're gonna tell me that child is, like getting the affection it needs? No, you have a burnt out mother. So it's frustrating to me. So now I say to myself, I don't care if people call me crazy. I don't care if people call me lazy. I don't care if what anyone, because everyone has opinions. So I don't care. It's all perspectives and how we receive it and how what we do with it, right? So I am gonna take myself. Self-care is more that's my
Oh,
could
yeah.
have, would have, should have. Like I am gonna do better self-care because naturally as women we are nurturers. We always want to help others. We always want to care for others, but we always forget ourselves too. And so I'm like learning if I have to make it to 65 on this race that we're in for, like you said, Brittany, why are we living? It's true. I ask the same question she just said. I asked myself that. Why? I said, my brother's lucky he's in a peaceful right now. But I say it the same thing because it's stressful every week. So I say to myself, that's it. I'm going to set aside downtime for nature. I'm going to go to the beach. I am going to enjoy the sun. I am going to go spend girl time because that soothes me. It gives me some consolation that I have, like it's consoling to have my girlfriends knowing that we're all going through the similar race and that we're okay. We're making it through, that we'll somehow find a different path that isn't as stressful. I pray for that, but I'm not gonna burn myself out at 65. Where I'm allowed to retire at 65, but I'm with a heart attack or a stroke. That's how I feel like. it's not worth it for me. I'm not going to burn myself out like that. So I'm learning to slow down. I'm learning to appreciate the little things in life, learning to breathe more, doing more meditations, going to counseling and doing things like more self-care. So that way I can make it to 65 without falling apart.
Exactly. That's powerful as well. I commend you for stepping up for yourself and for
Yeah.
you realizing what you truly need. That's what the beauty of this is that you both realize, guess what? Gonna take this anymore. This is what I'm gonna do. And whether anybody likes it or not, this is how
Right.
it's gonna go in a respectful manner. You're not saying it to be blunt or rude. You're saying, I'm standing on my 2 feet. I'm going out there. I'm going to enjoy a movie. I'm going to enjoy walking the trail. I'm going to enjoy going to get a massage. I'm going to enjoy just life. And that's exactly what you should be doing. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
thinking about, oh my gosh, if I get to 65, you know what if they push it for 2 more years and I have to work 2 more years just to get out? No, live now, live right now.
Yeah.
Okay, don't wait
Yeah.
till 65. Do what you got to do right here, right now, and don't look back. And I come,
Yeah.
you ladies, you're so beautiful. I love it. This is wonderful. So what? Oh yeah, you know what I wanted to tell you guys too. Whenever you get an opportunity, okay, this is after this is over. Write down at least 5 things that you woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay, that is very important to you that you feel that you have to woosah about. Because what we want to do also is we want to be able to leave those things behind. We don't want to carry us in every year, you know what I mean? So write them down and say, let me see how, like at least 5. We don't want to go through a whole long list, just 5 things that are weighing you down right now. And you write them down and you look at them and say, you know what? No more, no more, no more, and no more. That's it. Today, the buck stops here. Because if we don't, again, it's going to be like this on a hamster wheel. It's going to be circling and circling, and things are going to be added to it. As it's circling, it's adding, it's building, it's adding. And guess what? You're not going to be at peace. Your health is going to decline. You're not going to be able to function. You're not going to be at peace. Who wants that, right? And this is including me.
Yeah.
I just recently let go of what I just started when I said in the beginning about my mom, because she made me feel guilty for a long time about wanting to be free. And it wasn't in a disrespectful manner. It was just, listen, you've taught me how to be independent. You taught me how to be strong. And now that I'm doing it, you're making me regret being that way. So, but again, I didn't know the severity of how she was feeling because I was just so into learning who I was and what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but I don't regret it anymore. That was just one of my regrets, one of my shoulda, coulda, woulda. But now, as I look back at it, there's nothing I could do about it right now, but I do acknowledge it. You know what I mean? And, there's just so many things that can happen in your life. And at that moment in time, you just not looking at it and at the full picture. You only see half of the picture. You only see, I want to be free. I want to be out of this house. I want to do what I want to do. And nobody's going to stop me. But then as you get older and then you look back at it again, you're like, you know what? I could have stayed a little longer. It wouldn't have hurt me to stay at home. Maybe I would have gotten more than I have now if I would have stayed home. You know what I mean? So but again, I don't regret it now because if I hadn't done what I've done, I wouldn't be where I am right now because I probably would have been so dependent on being at home that I wouldn't have stepped foot out the house and known how to take care of myself and do the things I had to do. So, it's like a, you know, trouble
It's
left
like,
again. She's coming back. She's coming back. But what about you? What do you want to share now? At least 5 things that you could say, you know what, no more. I'm not gonna as of today, that's it. No more.
I would say my comfortability.
Okay.
I get comfortable with things in life when they're just the same. You wake up and you do the same things. I got so comfortable with just the way things are.
Mhm.
And when it came to change, I wouldn't say I would get disappointed, but I would look more so for the things that I would expect. And that is something that I would say I would be disappointed in, is that I'm always looking for the things that I should expect in things and people and whatever. And I've grown comfortable with expecting things to remain the same.
Right.
And from my past experience, from pre-employment,
Mhm.
you go through things where you wake up and you feel like, you're just there. You're just a place. You're just a thing. And, you've grown comfortable with being that place and just a
Mhm.
thing. And, me just being comfortable with it, I just grew stagnant. I remained comfortable. I remained comfortable with the disappointment. I remained comfortable with just being just a thing.
Mhm.
And, going into it now, I would say I would not ever in my life ever remain comfortable with just accepting or just being just a thing. I know that whatever that I want in life, I'm able to go for it. I'm smart. I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm young. And there's so much more to life than to just remain comfortable. I have so much more to see. And I believe that just grasping at remaining comfortable has left me at a standpoint where I just can no longer be the butterfly I want to be,
Mhm.
because I was never a social butterfly. But because I've grown into being so strong and so, you know, so brave, and, this girl that always put on this face where, you can't hurt me, but, a little bit inside you cry. And,
Right.
I'm no longer going to be that person.
Right.
And I want everybody else to follow me. Don't be that person.
Well, I
Don't
could
just,
never, as
yeah.
knowing you right now, I could never see you not being the other way. I was like, huh, not you. But you know
Mhm.
what? It's wonderful because we stem from a seed. It only takes a seed for us to fester and go through. It's just like putting a seed in the ground and watching it grow, right? We go through the whole process, and we're not going to know right then and there until we actually get to a certain point to look back. You ever see a flower bend over like it's bending over and it looks sad, but really,
Mhm.
it's just because it's growing out of where it's coming from, right? And it's
Mhm.
leaning over because it's getting to the point where it's getting big to where it's just falling down.
Right.
So it's just like us in life. We go through like the growing stage, and then when we get to a certain point when we're starting to grasp what we're learning, then now we start to just,
Mhm.
calm down and mellow out, right? So that's basically what we go through in life, and it's normal. It's okay,
Mhm.
So that's one of your regrets. So what another one that you would.
I would say being able to, you know, get into creating punctuality.
Oh, that's wow.
Girl, I tell you.
Yeah.
We gonna get into that one. I have to work on my punctuality. That is something that, I've learned from my parents. I've
Okay.
always seen them late. My sister's always late. My
Mm,
brother always late. I'm late. We all late. We all late
right,
together.
right,
So
right.
it's like, I want to work on my punctuality because it perceives you to be professional. You can you can get better business. You can network better.
Right.
Um, Being able to be punctual, it creates a trust
Yes.
between
Mhm.
people. So, I'm working on my punctuality to where I can further myself in life, because if you have punctuality, you have good business. People are able to trust you. They can say they want to spend their money with you because
Right.
I know she'll be on time. How can I
Absolutely.
trust someone that is not punctual, that can never remain on time? So that's another thing that I want to work on.
Oh,
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
well, that's a big one for me. As you already know, I'm a whole 45 minutes to an hour early at work, only because that's what my parents used to do to us. Going to school, they used to be like, okay, guys, you go to bed at this time, you get up, have your clothes ready the night before, and make sure that you're at least half hour earlier than what you should, just in case anything happens. You never know. And for us in our journey going into work, it's like, I'm coming from a different direction. You guys are like a little closer. So I feel like I have to be earlier so that just in case I miss the train or whatever the case may be, I don't like a tight, rush
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. I don't know what to do with myself if I'm late. I feel like out of place. No, I'm serious.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I can relate to you wanting to, you know, just advance in that area, and that's fine. Because
You
I
want to know what's funny, Miss Linda?
what
Because I still cry. I still cry.
there's nothing wrong with crying.
I know. I would still cry when I know I'm late, when I know I'm wrong.
Oh, you mean when you get late? Really?
Yes,
I
I would
thought
still, even though I know that I'm late and I know that it was me and I know that I procrastinated, I still cry. I
oh,
start falling, girl, the tears, the waterworks, everything.
oh
And
my goodness, no.
girl, I hate it when I'm late, but it's me.
Right. Right. I just can't function for a minute if I'm late. I just
Oh
feel
yeah.
like something is off.
Right.
I get a little disorientated. I get back to normal, but I just feel awkward. I don't like to feel pressured in any area. It's like I like that room to do whatever I want in between. If I have to go get me a sandwich before work, if I gotta
Right.
whatever, write a letter, go in the corner and woosah, whatever I gotta do. And you see, I'm much more calmer when I come in and you guys are like, what's with her? Like, why is she so energetic? Why don't she calm down? Like, it's too early. It's because I have the opportunity to get to do those things before I come in. When I'm driving in, I'm listening to my gospel. I'm listening to, and I'm actually praying too. I have this prayer that I pray in the car as I'm coming to work. And it calms me and I'm smooth. And when I get out the car, I'm like, yeah, yeah, come on. I'm ready. But meanwhile, everybody's looking at me like, oh my gosh, like you were only supposed to be here at 7, but why are you,
Yeah. Like,
why are
what are
you here
you
at
doing
5:30?
here?
Yeah. But something, it's just my thing. It's something that my parents have always incorporated in me. So I can't help it. It's like getting my clothes ready
Right.
before I go to work. I know we wear a uniform, but still, I feel like I still I still gotta have it all
Gotta have
together.
all in place.
And yeah, I gotta have my hair products in the corner, just
Oh
make
yeah.
sure that I got this, in the corner, make sure I have my lunch ready the night before. I don't kid around when it comes to preparation. So for me, it's easy, thank God that that's one of my good attributes is that I'm a timely person. I don't get around when it comes to time. And also with business, I try my best to incorporate, the importance of punctuality and being dependent
Right.
for people to be dependent on me because I don't want to let anyone down. I always want to have them be assured that, oh, Linda got it. She's gonna take care. She's gonna make me feel comfortable to know that she's gonna make sure that this is taken care of. And that's what I try to do. Not say that I do it all the time, but I try my best to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Right. And
Mhm.
that's like something that, could be for everyone. They could take a little pointer on because honestly, that we have that stigma
Mhm.
that
Right.
we're never on time.
Right.
So,
From what they say about African American
oh yeah.
and women, but it's like every race, and we're not putting race into this. We're just
Oh yeah.
using this as an example.
Oh
So
yeah.
hoping that we're not offending anyone by just touching on this brief conversation right here, is that each culture, each race, ethnicity, we all have someone that's either not timely or they're in some type of something. Everybody has it, is basically what I'm saying.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's just for us to acknowledge, which you've done beautifully, because you said, "Listen, I know for sure I'm not on time, and I'm
I
not
know.
looking for me at the time you told me to be on because I'm not
You
going
got to take accountability at some point.
Listen, but people, that's another problem, an issue that we don't do, but we'll talk about that at a later time, is some people don't like to say when they're wrong. They
Mm,
get offended. Oh, not me. It's you. It's always you and you and you. We have
mm-mm.
to learn how to take accountability for anything that we do because there's consequences to everything. It might not happen to you right then and there, but it will down the line somewhere. So just for those of you out there that feel that, oh, not me, but I
It
see that
said it could be you.
right. This could be you. But Shoulda is not coming back on for tonight, which is fine. It was nice to have her on. She's a doll. That's one of my closest friends and very dear to my heart. She's a sweetheart. So it's just you and I. I wanted to have a little fun with you. Okay.
Hello.
We're doing shoulda, coulda, woulda, and then after this, then I could leave you alone. Okay, I promise. I promise. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay.
No problem.
All right. I'm back. Ta-da! I'm back.
That was more
Okay,
like 0.
exactly. You got to be quick on your feet. So
Oh, yeah.
there is no, wait, let me see. I have these cards and stuff, right? So when I get a chance and some of these lives that I have, I'd like to try to take off a little thing, take an edge off of people and like ask little silly questions and stuff from cards. Yes, okay, so here it is. This one is from a game that I have, and it's called What Shouldn't You Do? Not what should you do, but what shouldn't you do? Excuse me. I'm just gonna take a little sip of a little dry. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you these silly questions from this game. It's not my questions. I didn't make these up, okay? Here it goes. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
The stranger in the stall next to you slides you a mirror. Okay, I'm not gonna ask this question. Never mind.
I was waiting.
It's nothing
I was
bad. It's
waiting.
just
I
it
was
doesn't make sense.
waiting to see where it was going. All I heard was that the person slides the mirror under the stall. That was it for me. I don't.
Yes, because it
Girl.
was nothing bad, but I want to change it. So here we go. All right. What if you get put on a house arrest for drunk and disorderly misconduct? What shouldn't you do?
Leave the house.
Basically, I mean, like, what else would you do? I mean, like, really? All
I
right.
mean,
Huh?
I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't take a shower. I don't want to go and get electrocuted now by the little
Right,
device.
right. That's
Shoot.
true. That's true. Okay,
I
so
mean, I wouldn't
mhm,
call my ex.
okay,
Yeah, definitely. You don't go there just because you on house arrest. Don't call your exes and your old people. Don't go there. That's what you don't do. Don't
right,
do just because be on house arrest by yourself.
right, right. Don't bring the whole family in.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. This is a cute one. What if a giraffe starts chewing on your hair while you take a selfie at a zoo? What shouldn't you do? I'm already laughing because I have an idea of what you may
You
say.
know what I'm gonna say? Ooh. I'm gonna say I shouldn't go and beat up the giraffe because
Oh, I knew it. Oh, no, no. Don't beat up the giraffe. That's
No,
animal
because
cruelty.
9 times out of the 10, it's a wig. So how dare you snatch my hard working wig off of my head while I'm trying to take a selfie? You
Right.
supposed to be in
I
it.
know it. That is cute. That is so cute. And that has happened, I'm sure, to somebody somewhere in the world.
Girl,
Okay.
I'm going with the wig.
So here goes a cute one. Here goes one. What if your favorite Muppet, you remember the show Muppets,
Hmm.
asked you out on a date? What wouldn't you do? Or you shouldn't do, I should say.
Well, I wouldn't ask them to sing me anything. Because I feel like I'll be there for like 15,000 years just listening to them play song after song after song. I just feel like I will be in the musical too. And I don't think I want to be in the musical with the Muppets.
Right.
I feel like I have to leave it to them. So that's something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't ask them to sing for me. Don't sing. Because then I'm going to have a whole CD. I'm good. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, show, but you're okay. So we're doing the card thing, like how I ask questions from the different games. So
Yeah.
here you coming in. I just asked Brittany, your favorite Muppet asked you out on a date. What shouldn't you do?
Muppets from Sesame Street. I mean, Sesame Street Muppets.
The
Mm-mm.
Muppets, they had their own show. The
Yeah,
Muppets?
they did
Yeah.
have their own show. I'm trying to recall. What would I not do?
Yes, your favorite Muppet asked you out on a date.
You remember Piggy?
Yeah. I guess we couldn't cook ham then, that's for
Oh,
sure.
that's cute. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. We have, okay, let me see. What do I have? You get it. No, no. Oh yeah, I had asked her this one. I said a giraffe starts chewing on your hair while you take a selfie at a zoo. What shouldn't you?
What should I do?
No, what shouldn't.
Oh,
I'm laughing because I'm still thinking of Brittany's answer. But go ahead.
uh,
You missed it.
I know. I mean, he's starting to chew on your hair. I mean, like what?
I know what I would do, but what shouldn't I
What
do?
shouldn't
I
you
was
do?
definitely not put my hands up there so he can bite my fingers off.
Oh. Well, that's similar to what Brittany said. But Brittany was like, "I'm not gonna beat him up because normally I would, but."
Mhm.
I said, "That's animal cruelty. What are you doing?"
Yeah, that's
All
exactly
right.
why I want it.
That is funny.
Because I don't want to see
I,
nothing.
I've been dying to say this.
From
There is
jail.
no animals that's being harmed in this in this
Of
video.
course not.
Oh
They
my
would
goodness.
never.
So
With their long
it feels
tongues.
good.
They
It
deserve happiness.
feels it is. I'm sorry, Brittany. What'd you say?
I said they deserve happiness with their long tongues.
Oh yeah,
They deserve happiness.
absolutely. Giraffes are
Mhm.
very interesting creatures. They really
Oh
are.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
if you've ever gotten an experience to be up close and personal and actually get to pet one, they're very, very different animals. They're very different, unique, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Um, I used to love Jeffrey from Toys R Us. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
I used
yeah.
to love Jeffrey. They got rid of Jeffrey. I don't know what
I'm
happened.
so mad.
Oh, Jeffrey.
You used to see it. You remember the New York Post used to have it inside of the papers with
Yes,
the Toys R Us catalog, and
exactly.
girl, they don't even have that no more.
Oh my goodness. You are something else. Yeah, that is so true. So I'm looking
Mm.
for another card because the one that I had there, oh yeah, Wheel of Fortune. No, but you guys can't see this one. So all right. I usually do like a family feud, but every time I go to look for my family feud, I think I put it somewhere else. All right, we'll just okay. Name three things that a teacher would say to a student when they're not listening in class? Shoba.
3 things. Do I need to call your parents?
Oh,
That's a
girl.
good
Oh.
one. That's a good one. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Okay, Brittany.
Yeah.
I would say you're not gonna be able to go to recess today.
Okay,
Oh, that's a good one
that's a good
too.
one.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding. Back to you, Shoba.
No stickers for you today.
Okay, okay. Okay, but what do you think is the number one answer that a teacher would say to a student when they're not doing, they're not listening in class?
Calling that parent,
Say it again.
definitely. I'm gonna call your mom.
Yes, that's definite. What about you, Shelva? Come on, bring it home.
Number 1 answer?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
You're going with
Right,
what Chris said? Okay. Okay. That is true. That is correct. So we'll have another one. Okay, so let's see. All right. What is a man's favorite thing to do when he goes out to a movie?
Mm. Girl, do you want from my era, my generation?
Yeah, go off of whatever generation you want to go to.
Girl, these these men don't be having no money. They don't be having that. Listen, okay, they'll go out and they'll act like they have it.
Right.
Don't. So you end up having to go half with it.
Excuse me.
I just want when you gonna take somebody out on a date.
Uh-oh.
Who said you're gonna take somebody out on a date? This is not a leisure. This is not something we're just doing on the regular. This is not a lunch. We are on a date. Act like it.
Right.
Mm-mm. Girl, I don't even know if my time is even worth it anymore.
Okay. So what I'm trying to ask is, okay, so you're out on a date with someone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's, of course, a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
What's the favorite thing that you think he would want to do for you at the movies? I should address it that way. Maybe to buy
The
popcorn.
answer say.
Say it again.
Well, what I would say what I would say. I'm not gonna say what people actually do because this is I'm not gonna speak on that. What I feel like people should do or a guy should do. I think for me, I like sweet. I like nice chocolates, nice like, little sugary licorice. Like if you bring that to me while we're in the movies with my buttery popcorn and you make sure you get them to put that extra butter and with the parmesan and my nice tall Slurpee,
Mhm.
we here. We
Nice,
here.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Shoba?
What a man should do when we go to the movies?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely ask us what we want to eat. Like if we're hungry, make sure our seating is right, like where we're supposed to sit in the front or in the center. Um, Definitely try to pay for our movie, especially if it's
Yes, that was
he
the
asked
first
us
thing I was
out.
thinking about. Let me get this clear, sweetheart. Is it me or you paying? I'm just saying.
I'm just
These days, unfortunately, these days is how you have to do that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
It is, like, hey, wait a minute. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
yeah.
Am I paying tonight or you?
Yeah, it's
No
sad and unfortunate.
surprises
You
at
gotta
the
ask
end.
before the movie happens, right? Because you don't want to end
it's
Exactly.
up.
no longer
Okay, here it goes.
you're no longer to be expected.
What are the things that you should ask someone that you're dating for about a month? These are questions that you should ask within that month span that you're dating. What are those questions? Shoba?
Do you want kids?
Okay. Brittany?
If you, I will still come back to me because I got a lot to think about that one.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
honestly, for me, mm, I don't even know where to start. I would say something that I would ask within a month because I feel like at that point you probably ask them, "What's your favorite color? What do you like to do? What do you like to eat? What you're allergic to?" Within that month, so it's like in a month, I would say I would ask them, Where do you see yourself like later on in life,
Mm,
financially, emotionally? Where do you think you would see yourself in 5 or 10 years from now?"
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one. If you have any children, are there any secrets that you have that I need to know? I don't mean to be funny, but I gotta ask you these things because I don't want that's a month to some people is short, but that's a long time these days
Mhm.
because if you get past a month, you're good. You know what I mean? And sometimes not even, but you know that it at least it will go a little further. So it would be, asking them again, like, do you have kids? Do you want kids like Shoba asked? Like you said, you asked about if they're financially steady and stable. What do you see yourself doing 5 to 10 years from now? Do you have a car? Do you, if do you love your family? Do you have a good relationship with your mother, your sister?
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
how do you feel about family? Um, do you have any mental issues? Not to be funny, but is there anything I need to know about? I don't want to wait another 3, 4 months and then all of a sudden, I'm meeting another personality. I need to know now so that I can make a decision. And that's another thing where I'm gonna bring into light in another event is I want to talk about, you know, um these things that we're talking about right now. What are the things that you expect out of a person? Because some people are not specific or they don't say it right then and there. They wait until 10 months later, a year later, 2 years later, and they're like, wait a minute, I didn't know you were crazy. I didn't know that you. No, these are things you should ask me when you saw me. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name of this individual. I'm just gonna use this for a prime example. If you see that something is going on, like for instance, me, I am dating somebody. I'm not dating anybody right now, but in general, if I was, and I saw the signs of someone angry or acting out, not only just not even to me, but to someone around me, that right there would tell me, wait a minute, he got an attitude issue. Something's going on. It might be even greater as time goes on. I actually do have an example of my own. About a year ago, maybe give or take a little more, maybe a year and a half ago, there was a gentleman that tried to, get to know me, and I let him know right away what my standards were. Like, listen, I'm not looking for anyone, but I'll give you the chance to talk to me and see who you are and everything like that. But just know that this is where it is for right now. And he said, okay, cool. Da da da. Okay, great. So we were on the phone discussing I forgot what it was we were discussing, but it was something important that gun violence. We're talking about gun violence. It something happened on the news, and I was discussing it with them, and they were telling me how they just got into it with another friend of theirs in regards to that same issue. So I was like, okay, I got to thread a little light on this one because I don't want to offend them any further than what they've been offended before. So here it is. I only said my maybe one or two sentences, and that person kept emphasizing on because something traumatic must have happened to them in regards to that. So it just triggered something. And then they just started to speak a little irate. And I'm like, okay, I understand, but you need to calm it down because I'm not even raising my voice, but you're all the way up here. So bring it back down here if you don't mind. If not, then I'm gonna remove myself until you feel that you're calm enough to talk. And they just got louder. And I'm like, am I in a dream or somebody wake me up, shake me now, shake me now. But then I realized that this guy, he's argumentative. And when I see that in a person, especially when it's not necessary, I know there's an issue. That's a big red flag. That means that no matter what I say or do, they're gonna explode. They have an anger issue, management, whatever it is. So I diffused it. And I said to this person, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to remove myself because I think maybe if I remove myself to go and, maybe I'm tired. Maybe I need to go relax and calm down for the day. And maybe you should do the same. You think that would have you would have thought that would have resolved it, but the long story short is it just escalated more. It's like the person just wanted to hang on to it and keep on. But you know what I did? I removed myself anyway. I said, good night. I hope you have an amazing night. I am going to bed because I got to get up early in the morning. And that was the end of that.
I totally see you doing that too.
Holy sugar lips. It made me feel drained because I've encountered a few energies like that. And then you start sitting back like, is this something I really truly said? Or is it something I'm not doing for that to occur? So, because sometimes you got to take a step back a little bit. Hey, Linda, did you say something offensive? Say something right. You got to check yourself. You remember that song, Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself?
Oh, yeah.
So, and I always do that. If I have an altercation with any one of you ladies, I like to step back for a minute to see if it's something I may have said or did and didn't realize.
Misunderstanding. Yeah.
I try. But sometimes there's people who it doesn't matter what you do, they still try to hold on and make it more than what it should be. And to diffuse that it takes a lot. That's all I can say. It takes a lot, and I do it all day long, especially at the airport, right? We get people that it's like they come up, we try to make it right, and they take it to the left for no reason. You're like,
whirlwind.
We're like, what just happened? All we said was hello. And then hello turned into, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ma'am, not today.
Not today. No, it's okay. No, I mean, seriously, we'll ask them to do what we ask them to do. And if they say, no, I don't feel, okay, no problem. Have a wonderful day. And they still will stand there and break it down. I don't really want to do it because da, 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 da. And you're like, but we just told you to go home. It's okay. It's okay. They try to hold on. But anyway, all right, I got off topic. Anyway, so come back, Linda. All right, so I'm back. Okay, so I'm feeling silly right now. I'm a little tired. That's what it is. But no, seriously, I love these lives. I thank everybody that watches them. Please continue to watch. If you want to participate, I never say this at the end, but if anybody's out there that would like to participate in any live or any topic that you feel that we should address or that you would like to address, please feel free to reach me here at New Me, New You INC. Or you could email me at newmenewyouinc@gmail.com. Okay? Or you can go on my Facebook page and look for me under Linda K. Edwards. Or wait a minute, I got more. Hold on. You can go on my Instagram at New Me, New You INC. Okay? So with that said, you beautiful ladies, words of wisdom. Come on, give it to them. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Go, Brittany.
Oh, damn. She came to me. So, all I want to say is that I want all my beautiful ladies to stay blessed, stay focused,
right,
stay appreciative that you are able to see another tomorrow.
Amen.
Enjoy your life all the way to the fullest.
Yes.
And don't ever minimize yourself for
Mm-mm.
anyone, anything, any job. Be you. Be all of you.
Mhm.
If you don't know what's all of you, find all of you. Because
Amen.
you know what? All of you ladies live right now and whoever's watching, you're beautiful, you're strong, you can make it, and you are worth it.
Amen.
And that is enough for
Amen.
me. Back to Linda. Yeah.
And I piggyback off of that because we are all valuable and we are all God's masterpiece. He made us and created us just the way we're supposed to be. You can't be me and I can't be you, right?
Right.
That's why I call it new me, new you. Because I have to be new for me in order for you to be a new you, right? And worthiness, to know that you're worthy and you're valued and you're special, and that God gave us all individual talents. Everything that we do is unique, and we're not going to be like anybody else but us, and I live unapologetically, literally. It took me a long time to get here, but when I did, I am so excited that I have taken it upon myself and with God's grace to be where I am right now. Okay. I'm not looking into what anybody else has, what they're doing. I am me. I can only be me. I can't be you. You be you. And I commend you for being you. Stay you and always be you. But I'm going to be me. And I'm happy with the me I am. Get off my bed. Off. So my cat just jumped on my bed and she looked like she was about to curl. So I had to kick her off the bed. I'm so sorry. But anyway, Shoba, your words of wisdom.
So shoulda, coulda, woulda. Exactly. Good. Some good take home points is like you said, not to. I mean, we regret so many things in life, and I think within the time that we had, we were only allowed to touch on a few of them. But whatever our regrets are, we've come to a point in our life with it, not to carry that guilt in us anymore, to forgive ourselves, like you said, because we all feel that way. That means we have a heart. That means we have compassion. And that's why we feel the way we do, but don't beat ourselves up. Like I think a lot of us can probably say we're our worst critics. We got the rest of the world to battle, and we don't need to beat ourselves up for anything that we have gone through. We turn it around and change our perspective to say, okay, what is this teaching me in my life? How do I change it the next time, God forbid, this happens to me again? Or things like that, just to forgive ourselves, to feel it, not to push it away, suppress it, or repress it. It's to feel it, to know why we went through that, and to change that pattern later on in life when we have to somewhat similar experiences. And I just want to say thank you to you ladies. You guys did amazing, and it was
Oh,
nice to meet you, Brittany. And
Heart.
congratulations. Congratulations, Linda, for your
Yes.
oh yes,
achievement.
thank you,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. You know what? I forgot all about. I'm like, what's she talking about? Yes, thank you so much. I'm still in awe. I'm very grateful. What she is saying, guys out there, is that I was nominated for the Presidential Achievement Award, and I'm excited. I'm humbled. I don't want to get emotional, but I'm just grateful. I did not post it yet, so now some people know. But when I get my graphics, they're gonna send it to me. I'm gonna put it up. But oh my gosh, Shoba, I want to say this to you, my friend, my sister. I love you. Brittany, you know I love you. I see you almost every day. So
Oh, girl, I see you every day.
but
You ain't gotta
yes,
tell me that. I see
yeah,
you.
absolutely. But also, Shoba, I want to go back to you. I want to again say happy anniversary on your brother because he's still he's still here with us.
Yeah.
Thank you God for his spirit and for him being or you being his legacy and carrying him on because whatever you do, you're doing it for him as well. So
Yes.
I just want you to know that if there's as I always say, the door's always open if you need to talk about anything. We can also go back on that you talked about earlier because you'd be surprised. There's some people who need to hear that would love to open up about it. And I'm gonna bring it maybe next month we'll bring up that topic because I had it out before last year. I think it was last year or 2022. We had I have a friend that's in Connecticut and she shared her story similar. And it was myself, her, and two other people. And I'm going to send it to you so you can see it whenever you get an opportunity. But I did open up the platform to that because nobody talks about it enough. Everybody's
Right.
just trying to hold it in and
Scared to be judged.
they need to have it to speak out. No judgment, no, we all been through something. And if we hear each other talk about it more, then it can release all that compression, all
Pain.
that inside. Yeah. So we're definitely going to talk about it, my friend. And again, I'm so sorry that, and it's unfortunate that you had to experience that. And I forgive that person. You know why? Because not for them, for you. So
Mhm.
you'll be able to move on and you won't look back and take that with you everywhere you go because not
It
everybody
doesn't define me.
is disgusting like that. Not everybody thinks like that. It's just unfortunate you just happen to come across the wrong person at the wrong time. You know,
Right.
but I just want you to heal. I pray that you heal. I pray that God turns it around for your greater good, that He strengthens you, He guides you, and you know you're loved and you're valued. You don't even have to, think twice. Your parents love you dearly. We love you dearly. You're in
Feel it.
good hands like Allstate, girlfriend. And you know the man is he got you, definitely.
Yes,
Right?
definitely. Definitely.
You are awesome, girl. As long as the day long and you came on here, I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful.
Girl, I was remember I said I work on punctuality?
Yeah, well, listen, I know what you did pretty good
I was
today.
I was
Because she said
punctual
to me,
today.
right. She said to me earlier, she goes, I'll tell you what, I will be on between 8:30 and 9. And she did tell me ahead of time. So I respect that because I knew what to expect. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody tells me they're gonna do something at a certain time, and then I'm sitting there waiting in anxiety and happy, and they don't show up, they don't say anything, that disappoints me. So I'm not
Mhm.
disappointed. I'm proud of you. You actually
Mhm.
told me ahead of time, like, look, girl, I don't know about this time, but I could work out this time. So
Mhm.
it was great because she already had some engagement before this, and then she came in just at the right time.
Right.
So
And I really do appreciate that. I'm honestly just meeting you, wonderful ladies, and even just meeting Miss Linda. Like as a whole, Miss Linda is she's godsend. Like honestly,
Yes.
like I'm not about to sit up there and just sugarcoat and
aw,
brown nose how people call it. But no, this
aw,
right, she's really thebomb.com.
aw.
Because you know what?
Yes.
If
Hey,
it
listen,
wasn't for
Brittany, I'm gonna
her,
pay you. I'm gonna pay you tomorrow. Okay, don't worry.
you don't gotta pay me. This is not no paid promotion. I promise. I promise.
The check
If
is
it
in the
wasn't for
mail.
Miss Linda, like I wouldn't be where I am now, being able to be financially comfortable, being able to have that cloud off of my shoulder of
Oh,
waking up every day and crying every day about just not being where I need to be and having someone like that in your corner. I want all my young people to flood her streams, flood her YouTube, flood her Instagram, flood everywhere because you know what? If it's not for somebody like her that's doing it, there's gonna be who? Just nobody. And I really do genuinely want to just say open heartedly thank you.
you're gonna make me cry. I'm trying
You
not
know
to.
what? No, I don't want you to. I want you to
Yeah,
be happy
I'm
because you
trying to
know
hold
what?
it in, guys. I'm holding it in.
I'm
I see it.
And I
sorry
feel it
because you
coming.
really, really touched me as an individual, as a person, as a young lady. And I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome,
I
sweetie.
want to say
It's my
thank you.
pleasure. You're gonna
Yes,
make me cry. Stop it.
don't cry because I love
Okay.
you and I love you for
Oh,
everything that you're doing and all of the encouragement that you put into everyone. You do what you can for everyone. And that is something that needs to be recognized. And I'm glad that they are giving you an award for your hard work and all of the things that you put forth because it
oh
is
boy.
nothing without God. And God has put you to where placed you into my life. And I want to just say thank you to God. I want to say thank you to you because you know what? You are going strong and you're going to be the best that you can be, Miss Linda. And I still call her Miss Linda. I don't care. That
Everybody at the job calling me Miss Linda.
I
I think
don't
I'm
care.
the
I call
oldest
her
gossip there.
to my grave. I don't care. But
Oh,
that is my Miss Linda, and I appreciate you.
oh, I
Well,
think.
we got to fight for her that it's our Miss Linda.
Yeah, it's our
Oh,
Miss Linda.
listen, I got love to go around, baby. You're all my
Ma'am.
babies.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and it's funny. Thank you, Brittany, so much. I appreciate you, Shova, so much. I'm humbled because God, I can only just say it's God. I can't take the glory for this one. It's him. It's him every day. He just allows me to know how important it is, life is, and to love. He wants us to love each other the way he loves us. So I thank you that you see it, you feel it, because I wonder all the time, am I doing enough? And I'm very passionate about my family and my friends and people around me because I really truly care. I really do. And you know this. I go to work, I'm telling them, did you guys eat today? Did you drink it today? Did you? They're like, what in the
All
world?
day, like Miss Linda. Okay,
Yes.
I'm fed.
It's true. I even look, I even got a thing of snacks and stuff for them just in case if they need to nibble on something. You know, it's just
Aw.
in my nature to make sure that all my whoever surround me that I'm able to reach, that
Right.
it's my duty, my solemn duty for God to take care of his people and mine. And that's all I'm trying to do. And it's with his grace, his mercy, his favor. That's
Amen.
I do it all through him. So I thank you for the acknowledgement. I thank you for your support. When I asked you guys at the last minute, hey, can you get on the live? And you break everything down like, hey, I'm here. You know, I love it. Thank you so much. Because I have people that I could get on, but then there's some people you just you be like, oh, never mind. Because you know, I really look forward to you guys coming up here. And Sonia would have been up here as well, but she had an engagement at work and it looked fun. She sent me pictures. I was like, wow. If we were live, I'd be over there. But I thank God. I pray for him to continue to keep me doing these things. I love this. And in-person events are coming now too. I'm going back out and doing more in person so people can come out and literally see people here. But I got a little comfortable with the virtual only because it's easy for other people to just join wherever they are, and it's easier to you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up and get dressed or look a certain kind of way. I mean, you're gonna want to look decent, but you know what I mean. You know, and it's more comfortable. It's easy. You just jump on and that's it. So, and then it's teaching me social media because that wasn't like my strongest point in business. So I'm learning how to do more on social media. Brittany showed me how today to attach my TikTok. No, I'm so excited. She
Probably
taught
did do
me
it.
how to put my YouTube through my TikTok. So I'm hoping that now people could just easily just jump on there and get on. But I'm gonna start, excuse me, engaging more with TikTok. I just pray they don't pull TikTok down because they are in the process of trying to do so. And I'm praying that there's a way that they can navigate because a lot of people make their business on TikTok.
TikTok.
And I would hate for them to take that from them. It's not fair, you know? So let's pray, all of us, that, you know, it's not taken down, that there's some resolution to whatever they're doing, because they claim that they're using it to spy on us. But guess what? You want to hear something?
Yeah.
Our easy
Go
passes,
into
our
it.
cell
Go into
phone,
it.
everything that we have is tracking us now anyway.
If you notice, there's cameras everywhere. So
Even when
there's
we're on right now,
everywhere.
they're checking in on us.
Mhm.
Everywhere. They
Oh yeah.
monitor what we're doing, what we're saying. But guess what? Na 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 poo poo. All right,
Exactly.
so listen, guys. I know you guys want to rest. It's been a long day, but guess what? We have I did emergency preparedness last weekend and didn't realize that it was scheduled for tomorrow. But guess what? I could do that. It's my stuff. So so I already have it up if you guys want to take a peek because this is hurricane season and we
Mm-hmm.
just want to make sure that you know you get the necessities you need. Okay? So whenever you get a chance, look at that. Look at that live. Okay? Look at that.
Sounds good.
But listen, Shoba, You're awesome. Brittany, I
Thanks.
know she left. It's all good. No problem. Stay tuned for the next episode, guys, out there.
I definitely will. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, sweetheart. Have a
See you
great day,
soon.
okay?
Yes,
Sure,
you too.
absolutely. Stay blessed.
You too.
Mhm.